Hello YouTube and welcome back. Two things you might notice. One, I have a glove on. I hurt my thumb. It is borderline broken and it looks pretty disgusting. So I thought it would be a good idea to throw a glove on today. But if you didn't see the last video, I got a shipment from the company OK Knives. They sent me out 8 knives to do reviews on, and I liked just about all of them. This one in particular was the worst one out of the lot. And at this point, I have been carrying it for, I think, 4 days now, and it has shaped up very nicely. The pocket clip has not come loose at all. These two back spacers have not come loose. The 3 pins, those two are perfectly tight. They have no rattle. One of the pins is loose, that very top one. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it is loose. And it's loose all the time, just moving it around like that. Just moving it around like this, I can hear it. That will lead me into another point. I believe it fell this way. I've dropped this a few times, actually. That's the first time I've dropped it on concrete. And, man, there is no damage. So the aluminum alloy that they're using, they say it's titanium. I would venture that most of the clones you're getting are going to be aluminum with titanium mixed in. But this does seem to be a higher mixture of titanium, because that didn't take any damage at all. In fact, for science, I will drop this knife on the ground again. I don't want to, because I do like this knife. And like I said, I've been carrying this every day for the last 4 days. I do really like the Demko knives, and I want to check them out. I will drop this on the ground one more time just for science. I'll drop it on this side. There we go. Do you see that? I think I see a couple of scuffs right there. That was a waist height drop. How's the rattle? Doesn't sound any worse. Check that out. There's still no play. I didn't mention that before. That is the stop pin. That's the most important pin on this knife. And that's the one that is rattling in particular. But when I deploy the knife, it does not have any rattle. It has no play side to side or up and down. The lockup is perfect. And when I first got this knife, I really couldn't work it. The tolerances were too tight. I'd really have to swing it down to get it to come down. Now you can see it's just about drop shut, and my glove keeps getting stuck in there. These are obviously the wrong size, but it breaks from the lock, and if I just give it the slightest little shake, it's pretty much drop shut. It's getting very, very close, and in another day or two it will be drop shut. But there is no play whatsoever. Don't know how I can explain it to you. You'll just have to take my word for it. I have a lot of clone knives. I have a lot of real knives that have play. And this one has absolutely none. The lock stick on the Shark Lock, that's a problem even for the genuine models. And this one did have lock stick when it came to me. But over the course of the 4 or 5 days I've been using it, the lock stick has gone away completely. And that just keeps getting stuck, doesn't it? Overall, I would say that this has made a huge, huge improvement. Huge, huge improvement. There's no play in the blade at all, and that's the most important part. It's working in, but it's not working in so fast that it's going to end up working itself too far in and ending up being junk and loose tolerances. The materials are good. If I can get back in the light and show you that little scratch, let's wipe it off. I'm not even sure. Yep. See that little ding right there? That was from a waist height drop. So say you pull it out of your pocket and it falls on the ground. That's all that's going to happen. And tolerances don't seem loose. There's no play when it's closed. Still no play when it's open. It's kind of hard to do it one-handed, but I don't feel any play. It feels like it did before I did this video. And that's okay. I think I'll wow. It bounced right back open. So it's definitely breaking in. It's getting smoother. And I like that. I do like that it's drop shut now. Just about drop shut. Shaping up pretty well. I'm liking it. The thickness, again, if you watched the first video, you would know that this was not the knife I meant to order. This is the Shark Cub. I wanted the full size, the 80-20.5 or the 80-20. I'm more inclined to larger knives, and this is the smallest one that they make. They make one smaller than this, but that is ridiculously small. That would be like a micro knife, you know. It's half the size of this. This is still a full-size knife, but it's a small full-size knife. I can get a full grip on it if I hold it comfortably like that. You can see it sticks out just a bit at the end of my pinky. This is a large size glove. I usually wear a medium, so my hands are a medium, maybe in between, somewhere around there. But full-size hand can fit on this, no problem. Even if you had bigger hands, you could wrap it down below. And you can choke up as well. Very nice. The blade is very ergonomic. I love this little, this shape right here on the spine of the blade. They put jimping right there. And it is just such a good point when I'm holding the knife organically, just naturally, my finger ends up right there, right where it needs to be. And if I choke up, my thumb moves up to this flat spot, just cresting that corner, and I can get real fine cuts on anything I want to do. Overall, I'm very impressed with the fit and finish. It did shape up very well. Like I said, this is only 4, maybe 5 days. I forget at this point. Very busy. But so far, the tolerances have worked in just enough that it feels very good. Feels very, very nice. All the milling is very nice. There's no problems that I can see with it. And I would highly recommend this. If you want to check out a Demko, I believe they advertise, they say, they stamp it because this is a clone. They stamp it in S35VN, but on their website they advertise this as 9CR, which is a decent steel. It's an upgrade from 8CR. It's a lot harder, has much better edge retention, and through my testing with clone knives, 9CR is heat treated very differently from knife to knife. But this one has a much higher HRC, and I think it has to do with the thinness of the blade. The blade is so thin that they put this in the same heat treat cycle as they do all their other knives, but this one ends up harder than the rest. This is over a 60 HRC. Just having to guess on the stones that I have sharpening it, you can see I put a different blade on it. It's a 20-degree bevel, and it's a little, the grind marks are a little messed up at the very end, and the swell at the beginning flattens out right there. But I believe that part is intentional to make the tip of the knife last longer. I've seen other companies do that on purpose. It's not one continuous sweep, and if you think so, you'll end up sharpening out your tip prematurely. So you have to be careful of that. But this was a little goof on the grinders, because there shouldn't be a smile there from the factory. Anyway, we're past 10 minutes on this video, and that's as long as I wanted to go. If you're looking for a good clone of a Demko Shark Cub, I'd recommend checking out the one from OK Knives. It feels nice. The blade holds a good edge. I have tested this blade before and after sharpening it, and it does hold an edge on several different types of mediums. And the lockup did not loosen up from me cutting into it and putting pressure on the pins and stuff. It has done phenomenally. And I can't say anything better about it, honestly. Like I said, this was the worst knife that I received from them. Without a doubt. This was the one I was most excited for. And it ended up being the tightest tolerances and just the worst behaving. But at this point, I've got it to where it'll just about drop shut. And there's absolutely no play. It's breaking in perfectly. I can't fail a deployment. It's great. I'm loving it in every way that I try it. And it makes me very excited to try out the full size. And as far as I know, at this moment, there is not a company that's making a clone of the 80-20.5. So not the full size. This one's the small one. The 80-20 is the big one. The 80-20.5 is the medium size. And that's what I'm looking to get. But I don't see any companies making a clone of it. So I may just have to bite the bullet and buy it. Buy it from Demko. Which wouldn't be the end of the world. It is like a $300 knife. And that's a good bit of money. But I'm very happy with this, and I think I would be even happier with the 20.5. It's thicker. It's about a ½ inch longer, mostly on the blade. It's got a little dovetail on the back to hold you in. Right where my finger stops right there, there's a little tail. I think it would fit my hand perfectly. And I'm really excited to try that out. I'll be on the lookout for that, as well as other knives. I know I'm looking at a couple of Stitches and Striders. Those are some really iconic knives that people are interested in right now. Bringing back one of the Trinities and a new up-and-comer. The Stitch is definitely not new, but it's one of the newer options that they've updated. Well, before I let you go, speaking of a stitch, this is going to be another video that I plan on doing here in just a second. I already have a little short and a couple pictures up on this knife, but if you have seen this knife before, well, then you would know that it was a different color. And this turned out very, very well. So if you're interested in the process of how I changed this and upcoming things, I think I'm going to be doing a acid wash on this blade. And then when I'm done with that, I'll be stone washing it again to get that finish. And yeah, I'm testing out some of the modification procedures on this clone. This one was not sent by OK Knives. Just a disclaimer. I believe that they do have a stitch in G10 in the same tan color. I got this off of Temu or AliExpress. I can't remember which one it was. But I believe OK Knives also has this exact same offering, if I'm not mistaken. But what Temu and AliExpress does not have is better options for this. OK Knives offers this exact example in different hardware, titanium hardware, and backspacer. They also offer it in marked and unmarked versions with titanium scales. They have micarta scales, G10 scales, and titanium scales for the Stitch, the MSI, and the Amphibian. So if you're interested in any of those Microtech knives, OK is also the place to get it. But this one is fantastic. I can't give you a good recommendation of where to pick it up. Like I said, OK, I believe, has the exact same model on their website. And I'd recommend getting it from them because they do tend to quality check the knives that they send out. And other companies don't do that. So, quick little knife video on two knives. I think I'll do a really short one. Try to get a 5-minute video in on this. But, hope you enjoyed the two knives today. Mostly this one. That's what the review was based off of. Or was supposed to be about, at least, you know. Great knife. Great knife sent to me by OK Knives. I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, I'm really excited to check out more of their knives. Stay tuned. I have more that I'm going to do full-length reviews on. And hopefully get some more on my channel. Yeah. Alright, I think that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to stay tuned and see more. And have a great day, guys.